Hello. Today is April, I think Thursday, and I just wanted to say that I received a letter from the White House. You see, I'm a victim of some form of government corruption where I caught a district attorney by the name of Adam Reed Panter out of Oklahoma City, now Potawatomi County, altering evidence and doctoring a criminal case to make things worse and frame me and getting a legal conviction, which they did, and a false imprisonment, which is a violation of my Eighth Amendment. And I've created a YouTube channel about um this corruption. So if somebody decides to do the right thing in the future, all the evidence will be available for the public and the news, and also they could be believed, and I could be believed, and also for future study by college students and whoever wants to. So, anyways, I really appreciate the Biden administration and the Kamala Harris administration for sending me this letter from the White House. When I've tried to make complaints in Oklahoma City, literally the FBI has done their best to ignore me. And when I called them, and I've been to the FBI office in Oklahoma City, um, the FBI recently has called me, an agent by the name of Agent Cole from the Oklahoma City office. So for Aaron Smith, Nicole Burns, Sabrina, Keri Thompson, Bo Hurst, if anybody wants to know who to contact, maybe you want to make an anonymous tip, you could contact Agent Cole from Oklahoma City FBI. That's who contacted me. Um, but when I called, they've been really secretive with me, where they literally do not want to hear what I have to say, and I'm basically having to cram this down people's necks or try my best just to make it public so it can't be ignored, because I know somebody has gotten away, like a district attorney and this Christian or pretend Christian from the YWCA, who's part of a women's rights program, who basically took part in falsely testifying and framing people. So I wanted to say that I've also tried to contact Governor Stitt, and he has never reached out to me, or nobody has responded to me about me being a victim of government corruption. And not Governor Stitt, I contacted his office, not some senators from Oklahoma and the FBI. But when you write the White House, it actually means something to get written back. So this day and age, all my friends and some of my family, nobody feels good about the government these days. Nobody really has faith in it. Nobody believes, anyone's trustworthy. Where's the national debt? Just all that stuff. So for Donald Trump to be going through being picked on by the government and have a chance at being a president again someday, and everybody, so-called conservative Christians, to say, they need to clean the swamp and make America great again. The only way you can make America great again is when you clean house and you go after government corruption, where everybody's proud and everyone says, you know what, in America, your rights matter. You're going to get what the Constitution promises you. You're going to get what the law promises you. This day and age, everybody's upset that the Attorney General in Arizona is making statements that she will not uphold the law when it comes to protecting the right to life. Now, the abortion right to life argument, people forget that the Declaration of Independence says we are endowed by our Creator with certain unalienable rights. And that says our Creator, not man. Now, with certain unalienable rights, the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. So, the Constitution also gives us certain rights, like the 14th Amendment. What people forget is that nobody can enact a law that's repugnant to the Constitution or the Declaration of Independence. So, for the right to life to be unequal between different states, when it is an endowment by our Creator, which is defined in the Declaration of Independence, it for me is against, and it's repugnant to the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence. So, a difference of the right to life, self-defense, laws between imaginary lines, so-called state lines, to me is it's against God law, and it's against what makes common sense. Everybody should know, when it comes to the right to life and life in general, what the rules are, no matter how far you drive down the highway. So, and Oklahoma has a history of corruption, everybody. And I just want to warn everybody in the United States that Oklahoma has a history of awfulness and corruption. But the worst part of Oklahoma is they truly like to silence their victims when you're a victim of the government. Like Governor Stitt, he will never step up and do the right thing and go on a witch hunt for some form of corruption, because he himself has named Adam Reed Panter a district attorney, because Adam Reed Panter is what's called a team player. So that's how the good old boy system, the corrupt system of Oklahoma works. Is if you are a team player, which doesn't mean you're a good guy or a bad guy, you're just a team player. You're not going to expose anybody. You're not going to go against the system. You're not going to go against the good old boy system that everyone's sick of. That you will get promoted. And in my case is a case that if one domino falls, the right domino, it will fall, and it should put Adam Reed Panter in prison, Keri Thompson in prison, Bo Hurst in serious trouble, and potentially others. But once that gets resolved, if it ever gets resolved, and I hope someday somebody in the Trump administration or Biden administration or somebody in the federal administration will research this case. I've dropped off this entire file, and go on a witch hunt and go talk to the people. So, anyways, I truly believe, and I'm sticking up for when people do something right, that this mattered to me. You know, our Constitution promises us that when you're a victim of the government, you're gonna have a voice. And in Oklahoma, the judges don't want to hear that stuff. They're awful here, and the senators, all they want to do is talk about tax money. They don't want to clean house. They don't want to do the ugly stuff. They just want to hope it goes away and look the other way. And it's really truly heartbreaking, because it's touched the essence of who I am as a person and what I believe in to my core. So I just want to say thank you to Biden-Harris administration for writing this letter back to me, and I want to say thank you for Donald Trump for fighting for what he believes in. And if somebody someday does the right thing, then the public will know that I've done the right thing from the beginning, and it will be a truly good, great, amazing story. But I'm trying my best. So this is all it takes for you future presidents, governors, senators. Sometimes all it takes is a written letter to respond and say, hey, we heard you. Now, real quick, so an agent, I actually had to call some FBI people from California and talk a bunch of crap to them, and they ended up calling the FBI from Oklahoma and said, hey, what's going on? And it was a special agent FBI, Cole, who called me, and he said, hey, those links you sent my co-worker in California? Send me those links. So these are some of the YouTube links. And see this Oklahoma City, boom, Oklahoma City at FBI.gov. That's the email if you want to send anonymous tips or you want to reach out to them. I'm sure if somebody wants to do the right thing someday, they would go out of their way to contact everybody until they're finally heard. And they should reach out to me some way, somehow, and let me know that they've done the right thing. I would really appreciate that. So here's a little bit about my YouTube channel. It's her testimonial secrets. And if she's falsely testifying this much, you should fire Keri Thompson. Hold on a second. Alright, so this is a little bit about my This is how you could find my YouTube channel, Michael Cisneros, at Michael Cisneros Bible Prophecy. This YouTube channel, if it's about the criminal law stuff, it's kind of my hobby. It's either about the what I experienced with the corruption in the courts and the police named Bo Hurst and Keri Thompson, Adam Reed Panter, and my ex-girlfriend by the name of Sabrina Gancars, Sabrina Elizabeth Gancars from Midwest City. Um, if it has this case number right here, CF 2019-628, in it, then it's about the case stuff. If it doesn't, then it's about what I believe about Bible prophecy coming true today, these days, the Daniel prophecy that I feel like I've solved. So there's my YouTube channel. These videos expose how these cops are busted on camera but came to court and gave completely false testimony and everything you could ever imagine. So there it is. Thank you to the White House.